Friends, it's Dr. Marcia McFee in the Worship Design Studio. If you have studied with me at all, you know that we value here in the studio sensory-rich worship techniques that communicate the liberating word in the best way possible to reach people where they are. Utilizing all the senses through the verbal, musical, visual, media, and dramatic arts is our aim. Not just to be cool, but to reach people in ways that their bodies, minds, and spirits connect with ease. Sometimes we assume that if we have small congregations and budgets, we cannot do sensory-rich worship well, or at all, which could not be further from the truth. Even a dinner gathering with a few friends is magical when we pay attention to a nicely set table, some candles that make the lighting in the room feel just right, tending to good conversation, and making memories that last well beyond the time we spend together. You might not be in a small congregation, but you might feel small on time with all you have to do in your ministry and perhaps fewer hands to help you do it. When we feel tight on time, it can feel difficult to imagine having the bandwidth to keep worship fresh. And we might feel alone as we try to keep up with those Sundays that just keep coming. Resourcing churches who feel like time or budgets or help is on the small side has been my call to ministry ever since I was a child growing up in a small town, in a small church. I saw what was possible when we utilized the gifts of everyone. I am in ministry because of what that small church invited me to do as a budding musician, dramatist, and lover of liturgy. It was literally small bites, but big flavor. This year, I've been asked by the Pacific Northwest Conference of the United Methodist Church to focus with them specifically on training laypersons in their conference, particularly laypersons who are in leadership roles in churches that are served by part-time clergy or no clergy at all. It is my deep honor to do so. Many regional leaders I have spoken to recently all say that the situation in their churches is that lay people are taking on increasingly central roles in leadership. To my mind, this is not necessarily bad news. It's simply an amazing opportunity to create training that will make those increased leadership responsibilities more joyful, more creative, more fun, because they know more about the possibilities for sensory-rich worship and how to carry them out. You know, like how I need to know more about the soccer rules to begin to enjoy going to the new women's soccer stadium and amazing team in my new hometown. When we know more, we enjoy more, and we want to be part of it more. So, here's the way this is playing out in my Worship Design Studio planning retreat this year, and I'm very excited about it. I'm going to be spreading out the sessions to 3 times during the year for smaller bites of planning. This helps us go deeper, and it allows for more laypersons to have access to the live-streamed experience because we aren't doing it over several weekdays. Of course, as usual, we are recording it so you can have your own retreat anytime. I'll be able to teach more skill set lessons about the nitty-gritty of designing worship. This is not just for laypersons who've never had a seminary course on planning worship, but also a great way for clergy to refresh their own process of design and be on the same page as their staff and lay volunteers. I'll be using 3 of our fully scripted worship series to demonstrate how to adapt for even the tiniest of congregations. Because where 2 or 3 are gathered, friends, there can be good sensory-rich worship. I'll also be teaching mindset lessons, such as how we are navigating this time in history when we need to right-size our sanctuary setup, know how to be creative with preaching when a preacher isn't present, and discover how we can reach out with our worship themes and messages beyond the walls of our sanctuaries and the time of our worship. All sessions will be live streamed from churches in the Pacific Northwest Conference. Spokane in August, Olympia in January, and Yakima in May. If you want, you can join us live on site at any or all of those locations over the year. Contact us to let us know you'd like to come live. But all of them will be live streamed and recorded so you can make the most out of this learning opportunity at times when it works best for your team. In the Worship Design Studio, we keep producing worship series that can help jumpstart you so you know you are never alone and you never have to start from scratch. We're busy producing new series coming out for this fall, and of course there'll be a new Advent Christmas series coming out. But friends, there are already 32 existing fully scripted worship series ready for you to utilize. And for subscribers, there is another 43 DIY series ideas that have ideas for every worship art, and all you have to do is implement some of those ideas in your order of worship. Friends, the planning retreat is available for only $150 this year. When you check out, you will also be offered a $100 discount to get a Worship Design Studio annual subscription. That will make you eligible for our personalized Zoom follow-up meetings after each live stream. Friends, let's create some big flavor in small bites that delight and feed those in your care all year long. See you in the studio.